Make sure my alarm off because normally I be taking a nap right now and I get up at 9.
Yeah, this one it's not a court case, it's an actual eviction. Yeah, he going through the house he evicting or doing
So you on the echo?
yeah, mine's echoing. Um Hold on, let me make sure my other
Yeah, you got the YouTube open or something?
mm
Hmm.
hold on, let me see something real quick. Um no, I got everything else cut off.
Nah, that was me. My bad.
Oh, okay.
I had the YouTube open. I'm like, what? And I looked at it. I'm like, why y'all these YouTube open? It was me. Whoops. My bad.
All right.
All right, let me do it. So, what up, though, y'all? Happy Thursday. Eat to you Friday, Junior, as some of my friends say. Got my boy Reggie P on here again for our second episode of Confessions of a Landlord. So, Reg, let people know who you are, what you do.
Reggie is real estate investor, real estate broker, and we out here about to see what's going on with these crazy landlords and tenants.
For sure. So,
I, who crazier, the landlords or the tenants?
in Detroit lately, it seems like it's both with all these shootings that's been going. It's been like 3 shootings since like early December up here, I think 2 or 3 between landlord tenant stuff.
The last one was the retired cop. That was the last one I remember that shot his tenants.
Yeah, but I think it was another one. I gotta pull up. I think because it was in the Chronicle or something.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, we got somebody shut off the blind lady's utilities. The landlord did it. Yeah, it's crazy on both sides.
Somebody commented and said they think it's the tenants. I
Yeah.
think it's, I think with the tenants to me, it's really the audacity.
Yeah,
Because it's like, how are you upset you're getting evicted when you didn't pay your bill? I'm confused.
right,
If you don't pay your car note, it's getting repoed.
right. It's
You don't
not
pay
a
your light bill,
surprise.
it's getting turned off. I don't get it.
Yeah.
All right, let me hit this play button. Oh, was you done introducing yourself? My bad.
Oh yeah. Reggie'sRealEstate.com. Go find me. Everything is there.
All right, I gotta wait for these ads to play, and then I'll go back and put it in the caption about where we got it from and all that, giving me credit.
All right.
But I will say with this whole tenant landlord stuff, I keep telling people like, if you don't own no house, I don't know what y'all gonna do, man, because everybody's switching to Section 8.
Yep. They switching to Section 8. Most landlords want pretty a lot of landlords want guaranteed payments, but it ain't always guaranteed with Section 8 though. Sometimes the tenants can cut up on you too. So
Yeah, I mean, whoever you rent to, you gotta vet them regardless, so
right.
it don't even matter. All right, let me hit play on this. That's a nice door. Good job on the tuck pointing. Stuff up there by that light.
Yeah, tuck pointing matters for preventative maintenance.
Wait a minute, where's the doorknob?
I didn't notice that. Yeah, it's like a little latch or something they got on there.
You know, I'm a contractor. I be nosing all the little stuff.
Right.
Well, they probably took it off so can't nobody just open the door, I guess, and come up in there on them. Guess they got to knock first. I don't know what state this in.
Yeah, they got a
See something now looking at the window up there.
usually here though.
Officer of the court about to make entry. Need you to come to the door.
They still in there. They got the car there, trash can pulled up to the house.
Oh, man, we got an eviction here today. You Eric?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got an eviction.
Why
Eric,
you say who he was? I be like,
is
no.
he here?
No, sir.
Okay, we got an eviction schedule here today.
Who?
Yeah.
He must got like a GoPro on
How
his
many
head or
people got in
something.
here?
That's smart.
Yep.
Y'all been packing up already?
That's a nice house look like.
You about to?
No, they ain't packed up. She got her
Y'all got
hair
a
wrapped
baby in
up,
here
look
too?
like she frying chicken.
We got an eviction here today.
What you mean?
Eviction
What
set
you
out.
mean?
We
What
gonna
you
set
mean? You
everything
didn't
out
put out?
Today?
right this moment.
Yeah, today.
No.
It's already been through the court.
We paid everything.
You paid everything.
January the 4th.
Oh,
We like this month.
Okay, well you need to call because they scheduled it for today.
they is not ready. They got to, man, I don't wish that on nobody now. That part kind of stressful. Oh, not the Christmas tree.
Oh, it be like that though, cause it seemed like every tenant they be looking like they surprised. Like this was a 3-4 month process.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
already
then the
changed. Look
proof
like
of
they changed the
address
locks
is on
already.
here. I didn't say.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
Let's pause this.
Can't complain.
So I wonder, is this because the name he said at first was Eric? He was like, "Yeah, I'm Eric," unless the girlfriend or the wife knew the whole time and never said nothing to him.
That's possible, but it seemed like both their name might be on the lease though. But she was like, they just both looking surprised. So I always wonder why people. I think people be acting though, because it's no way you surprised that eviction was coming, especially here where we gotta have a dumpster out front.
Facts. I'm about to put it. They changed the locks already.
Okay, now the way this works is it's two things y'all need to work on. One, try to call and see if you can make some arrangements. The other thing is to go ahead and start getting your personal items together because I can't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Unless something changes, I have to go forward. So I'm gonna come in and start taking pictures. Then I'm bring the crew in. We're gonna start doing the setup. So yeah, yeah. Anything that you want to take care of, I'm gonna leave you in here and let you gather your own personal things, and we'll start like up here in the
Oh,
kitchen
that
and
is
work our
stressful.
way back. So they give you time to do your own personal stuff and bag it up and load it up. Because there's always a good chance that once they start it, that it's nothing that's going to change it unless, like you say, you owe something this month. Is that what it is?
Just not behind or anything, just this month.
Right.
That wait a
And
minute.
I can't speak on
Hold
how.
on. Wait a minute. Did y'all hear that? She
Yeah,
said it's not behind. It's just this month it was late. Ain't that behind?
yeah. It sounded like they was several months behind and they caught up, but they still a month behind. So they probably thought since they got that they only 1 month behind, they shouldn't be evicted. But no, you got to pay the full amount if that's what the court order is for.
I'm like, hold on. I know I
Yeah.
heard what I heard. Like she
Hey,
said we was behind, but we only behind this month now.
right. This bailiff cool though. He like, once I start, I can't stop, won't stop. Then he just like, you can get your personal stuff while we go through and do all the other stuff, take photos. So at least give them some time.
Yeah, cause they was in there chilling, like look like she was about to fry some chicken and he was about to put on some Netflix
Yeah.
and change the baby and put them down for a nap.
I'm gonna tell people this: if you go to court and they give you a date, a date you got to be out by, and a writ is ordered, you got to be ready at any time because once that writ is issued, you don't know when the bailiff's gonna show up.
Yeah, like today they had somebody in the window looking out. Boy, you know what type of stress you got to be under to keep looking out the window because every time a car come down the street, you don't know who.
Yup.
Pay your rent. That's all their problem. All right, let's go back to this because this is about to get crazy. I already
How that works, but
all this arguing they trying to do or defending. Yeah, I'm about to say, girl, when you gonna make that phone call?
Y'all get the bags? Yeah, I opened the car. They on the back seat, I
Now
think.
they changing them locks. They got the little family tree on the wall. They like they just went grocery shopping.
Oh yeah, he going through taking all his photos, before and after photos.
Cause all they about to do is throw all this stuff in garbage bags and set it out.
Yup.
Furniture, everything. This is crazy.
Why they still standing there though? He just like he gave them a chance to get their stuff.
Well, she on the phone. You need to put that baby in the playpen or something and get to it.
Yeah. He already told him can't stop, won't stop. He going through the house and taking everything out.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
So are y'all on the lease? I can start in the kitchen.
You real calm though.
Yeah.
It look
Once
like
you
you
done
just
it so many times, it ain't no need to even be all going back and forth with people or making it worse than what it has to be. I mean, it's paperwork and a process. That's all it really is at the end of the day.
because if they did had caught up and they was just still like that 1 month, I guess they thought, okay, we can just go a couple more months and then just catch up and still stay. Whoever that landlord is, shout out to you. Cause they let them catch up and still put them out. But like she said, we still behind. So that's probably like, okay, you think this a game. I'll let you catch up and you still behind, so out you be.
So wait a minute. I want to see like remember he said get your personal items and
Yeah,
because you know so think about this right. What's the first thing you taking with you?
my purse.
Your purse and what other personal items?
Probably all my girl products, birth certificate, passports, credit cards,
Yeah,
checks,
some
shit like
clothes,
that.
a few pair of pants or something, some shoes,
Yeah,
baby.
little whole bag.
Yeah, bird bath
Yeah.
at the Motel 6.
Right, little whole bag.
Right. I want to see what they grab.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because it looked like it's around Christmas time. I don't know if this was before, or it say before Christmas, but she said something about January. I know she ain't talking about January the previous year, but yeah, I want to see what they grab.
Okay, I'm so all right, let's take a guess here. I hope they grab the baby stuff but they don't grab nothing else. Plus all
Yeah,
the personal documents. Grab that.
diapers. They gotta grab the diapers.
Yeah, the baby formula, because that's a toddler. That baby still might be back and forth on formula or
Yeah,
something.
you gotta grab the formula and the diapers. Put it in the bag because that's gonna be hard to re up on if you ain't got no money.
Or get garbage bags like they doing and hurry up and you'll be faster throwing stuff in garbage. But you know what? With today's eviction, I think that's what it was. I think they thought it was a game because they had all their stuff in garbage bags.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so I'm like, y'all just must have started packing today.
Right.
That's crazy. All right, let's see. All right, y'all, we about to see what they grab first. Somebody said they grabbed that TV first. I'm gonna lose it.
Hey, that man, that happened all the time.
Oh. All right, let's see. I
So
grabbed my
y'all hadn't talked
groceries.
to him at all.
All right, hold on. If I had just went grocery shopping, I'm definitely grabbing that food up out of there.
Oh, somebody said they gotta get the PS5.
Fast. That and the TV.
You gotta have that game out of there.
Got to, but it looked like she need to clean up anyway. Look at all that shit on that counter.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I'm just saying, but even like say for instance with this here,
You need to be,
this kind.
you need
Well,
to
let me
be
just say
talking
this
to
now.
Megan.
I don't know what has transpired, but this company I know is good as far as saying, look, I need this by this date, or we're gonna proceed.
We haven't
They,
even received any mail or anything.
but are y'all the leaseholder?
I am.
Okay, you the leaseholder?
Yes, sir.
And when the last time you had contact with the management?
Last time when we went to court for
And you ain't heard none since court?
nothing.
No, nothing in the mail, no nothing.
Oh, you lying?
They was supposed to send something in the mail, right? That's like they did the first time. But we talked to them and told them we was gonna have it by the 15th.
Hey, you notice he's still taking
15th
pictures.
of this month?
Still drilling the locks.
Hold on. What'd you say?
He's still taking pictures. They still drilling the locks. While y'all talking, ain't nothing changing. So
That's what I'm saying. Like they doing a lot of talking. You can pack and talk.
yeah, I think he's skilled at this, and he's just doing that as a distraction. So they won't, you know what I'm saying? They won't try to interfere with the process.
Yeah, 'cause that iron might be hot and plugged up. That's a weapon.
Right. Get the penny on good times treatment.
Facts.
And here we are 2 days before, and y'all putting us out.
Hold on. 2 days before what? Christmas? She said 2 days before. I guess 2 days before Christmas.
Yeah, probably so.
Well, Merry Christmas.
So wait a minute, I got a question. How
Yeah.
many notices? So if you get a notice that you're getting evicted, how many other notices do you expect to get? Do you think do people think the notice is just to notice you that you're getting another notice? Because every time we look or go to an eviction, people like, oh, I didn't get the notice. The only one I got was the one from last month. Well, that was it.
That was that was the notice. What
That
do
was it. You thought that was the notice just to let you know another notice was coming?
That's funny.
Yeah. Right.
That is hilarious. Like I got the one, but I didn't get another one. Sidebar. So I done had a client's tenant who went to court. They did all that stuff, and now they got their right to cancel BS. I ain't gonna say BS because some landlords is slumlords, but
Yeah.
some of these, I think it's 50-50. But then the attorney gonna come back and was like, hey, are you willing to set up a payment plan? So I told her, like, this is what you tell the attorney. The tenant was on a payment plan. It's called rents due on the 1st. And that was the end of that. Like, what the hell? If you couldn't pay that rent, you think you have to pay 6-7 months right now?
That's crazy.
That is hilarious. All right, we back because he's still taking pictures, uploading them in their app. So they think they supposed to get 2 and 3 notices. They quiet. They probably got their little AirPods in, listening to music and shit. He ain't moving. He's not moving fast enough for me.
Yeah, it's not enough urgency.
Yeah, she's still looking for some papers. And where the baby go? Where the baby? On the couch, about to roll off.
Who was you just trying to call?
I was trying to call a management company.
They don't, and that's another thing.
They not about to answer your call today.
It ain't nothing to do.
I don't think they got to answer their phone today, or maybe they do. I don't know.
Spent all their money for nothing. This had to happen.
Why ain't nobody packing?
I don't have any kind of discretion, anything I can
Hold
do.
I
on.
know that's what I'm saying.
Is she fucking sewing? What is in her hand?
No, I think she got her phone or something like that.
Oh, because I see her pull some. I know you ain't standing there sewing.
That management company already got another tenant lined up.
Because this look like a nice house.
Yeah, I don't know why they call it a management company at this point.
It look like once they get everything out, they just got to clean and paint. It's not enough urgency for me.
You asking, but like it's nothing that you can do. It's nothing that we can do. I'm calling nobody. It's pointless. I don't want to get frustrated out your phone.
All right.
This is crazy. Start packing. I don't think I could personally be on the bailiff crew that set people out because that shit getting dangerous. Oh, this is in Memphis. That's a nice house. Must be like a
At
townhouse.
least the house, it's junky, but at least they kept the house up. Like it
Hold
don't.
on. Repaid.
Say it again.
At least they got you know how some houses you go and you didn't fix the house up and then all the cabinet doors falling off and all of that. At least
Hmm.
they maintain the house itself. It might be junky, but the house don't look bad.
It don't look like she cleans up often. I clean up every Sunday,
Yeah.
like clockwork. I know this my clean day. All right, let's go back.
You know, this is gonna be a mess.
But then hold on, check this out though, Reds. Why
Yep.
the front door, that screen door ain't got no knob on it? So y'all had to know this day was coming. That's why y'all took the knob off. Cause why got that little latch on there?
Yeah, that's true.
Like that's a red flag for me on the construction side. That's the first thing I noticed. Then I noticed the tuck point by the light.
I mean, we gotta come back and get this
But
stuff
I
fixed
will
so
say
we can
this:
Are
hold
you
on,
gonna go try to
that's
get
in the kitchen. They real nice about it because I done seen some evictions where they go in there and just start throwing everything out the fridge, putting it in there. It's real dramatic
Oh yeah, yeah. I done seen them show up and get cussed out by the tenants. The tenants ready to fight and everything.
because you didn't pay your bills.
Right.
See, I don't need to be on site because I'm too honest about stuff. And they gonna get mad at me because I'm saying the truth.
Right.
And they like, you ever been evicted before? I'm like, no, I pay my bills.
Where you move in advance? Like you when you go to court and they rule in favor of the landlord, you know you moving. Like right then and there, you know you moving. Nobody know the day or the time, but you know it's coming. So you gotta start preparing for the worst at that time.
All right, I got a question with Michigan. When do the eviction show on your record? The day that it's granted in court, or once they actually come check
Once,
you out?
yeah, once it's filed in court and the landlord gets the and it's in favor of the landlord.
All right, so in this case today, it was filed like early December, but the judge was adamant, like, we're not putting anybody out over Christmas. It's the holiday, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's why I tell people don't play around with if you're a landlord, don't play around with the holidays. Like
Mm-mm.
if people 2 months late in October, you need to start the process ASAP.
That's when she started. She started in October, but she was late in July,
Yeah, no, you got it in July is when you should have served your first notice.
and then they would have been out probably come October.
Possibly. Yep. But when you get like November, December, January, and if we just have extreme cold days, it's a wrap.
Yeah, like today, I'm like, dang, y'all moving in the snow. Who wants to deal with that?
Well,
I guess they do. They didn't pay their rent.
the U-Haul or what's your? Because we've got to set it out. But like if you're gonna go to the U-Haul, we can put it like closer to the house or something like that.
Hold on.
But
This is a nice ass bailiff. Did you hear what he just said?
yeah, if they go get a U-Haul,
And then they said we'll stack it up real nice and neat for you so you can just put your stuff in there instead of just tossing it. They're very nice.
yeah, this can't be Detroit.
No, it say Memphis.
Oh, okay.
Let me subscribe.
Oh, I know it. He was juking with Glorilla in them. That's why he ain't pay his rent.
Yeah, he went to the concert. He talking about, but that's why I was like, didn't nobody hear this when she first started talking? She was like, we caught all them months up. We just owe this month. You're still late, ma'am.
Right.
But when they came in there, you could
And
tell
if you still owe this month and it's in the middle of the month, you about to be late again.
facts. 'Cause now you a month behind plus the late fee. But you
Right.
know, some people do think that. That's why I tell my client, don't do that payment plan stuff. Once they late, don't send them out. Now, if you don't talk to the tenant, they ain't avoiding you, and they really fell on hard times. That's different. I got a client right now. This tenant been behind since April or May of last year, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "So when you gonna start the eviction?" She was trying to catch up, and then once holiday time came, of course she stopped. So I was like, "So you putting her out or what?" Cause she been there almost a year and ain't paid rent. He like, "Oh, I think you need to start doing something." No shit.
Yeah, I had a client one time. He had some tenants and they called and was like, "Yeah, we laid off because they worked at the plant." And they called him and was like, "We laid off. We can't pay this month." He was like, "I know." And they was like, "How you know?" He was like, I work at the same plant. I'm laid off too. Yeah, like I know what's going on. Like I work with y'all. The money gonna come back when it come
Mhm.
back.
But see, that's cool because they still reached out and said something. It wasn't just no avoidance.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it was legit. Some people be lying though.
yeah.
Like if somebody's sick, if somebody say somebody's sick that's not in their household, it's a 90% chance that's a lie, or it doesn't have anything to do with their income in their household. Now, if it's a two-income household and one of them sick, that's different.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like they ain't being able to work, they probably doing chemo treatments or something like that. That's different. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my cousin sick and all of that. That don't fly.
yeah. And then it's the fourth cousin
Yeah, on your father's side,
that you ain't that, or your stepdaddy said y'all ain't even related.
right?
That
But we really ain't got enough room to even put it anywhere. You looking around, all these cars can operating.
hold on. Did you hear what he just said?
Yeah, he said y'all got all them cars y'all operating. Y'all can put that stuff in them cars.
But did you hear what the husband or whatever said? He said no, only one just working.
Oh,
But they gonna have to hurry up and get them moved because if not, they coming back with the tow truck coming next. Because
oh,
the landlord can sell them, right?
yeah. Have them drug out to the street,
Yeah, do
junk,
that
junk them.
or scrap them and sell them to a junkyard. I wonder, can you do that?
Yep, all the time.
Well, yeah, 'cause that's their property still.
Get a few $100s for 'em.
The moral of the story, y'all, is
If the car ain't fixed in 4 to 6 months, just junk it.
yeah.
See, like we can get these cars out of the way, we can just use the driveway, leave it in the driveway.
Oh, he said y'all can move the car and leave it straight in the driveway. So they nice.
Well, ultimately, if you get the U-Haul or whatever you're gonna get,
I still don't understand. There's no.
no, you got
No,
48 hours.
no. You see him cleaning out the freezer?
They ain't right. It sounds like he chopping ice too. He
he
trying
over
to
there,
keep the frost in the freezer for him.
he over there making him a glass of water. I feel a
Yeah,
little.
he trying to say they lamb chops they brought when they got that COVID money.
He like, oh, I'm taking these to the house. But I'm just saying, I don't understand how there's no sense of urgency for them. One need to be talking to them, the other one need holding the baby, and the other one need to be throwing their stuff in the bag.
Well, I can tell you one thing. We should have known this was in Michigan because they got the doors wide open around Christmas, and she got on that moo or whatever she got on, and ain't nobody cold. So we should have known that from jump. That's probably why they just lollygagging. Because if it was 10 degrees outside, they'd be moving.
Facts. That's a fact.
To remove them.
They still not packing. I can't believe she got her hand on her hip. Lord, I can't believe this. Yes. That one notice is the only notice you can get now. I told y'all she was about to fry some chicken. I know it. Or he done picked the baby back up. Still ain't packing. Okay, finally. Get her the baby. Let her talk to him. And he gets to packing. Look at the poor kid. You gotta go through this trauma. Like people DM me today.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Red, today people DMing me like, you don't know what it's like to feel an eviction? I was like, no, because my mama paid her bills growing up.
Now I know what this feels like to get evicted and the gas being turned off. Like back in the day, my mother used to pay people. Back in the day, you could steal a gas meter off another house, because they used to take your meter off, and you put that meter on your house, and you had gas. I know about all of that, but I also know people mismanage money and don't accept responsibility. So I feel for people, but I know a lot of people just be BSing. You know what I'm saying? And it's a thin line between um helping people and rewarding failure. So I just yeah, I sympathize with people, but you can only go so far.
I think I only sympathize if it's like if you truly feel on hard times, like you got laid off, you got behind, kid got sick, spouse got sick. I could kind of sympathize with that. But if you got a new PS5 and all the new Jordans and some buffs, I don't feel bad for you. And that'd be a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, and the big screen TVs in like 4 or 5 rooms,
Or a new minivan.
including the bedrooms. So here's my thing though about old dude. So the first thing I would have did as the man of the house is I would have been like, all right, this going down. Let me start loading what I can in our car, the one at work. So whatever go down, we ready to pull off with our most valuable possessions. I'm not sitting around. They been in there 15 minutes. They ain't packed nothing.
Nothing. She made what 1, 2 phone calls and one to the U. And I like this Baylor come because they actually trying to help. Most of them ain't doing that. When they hear they kicking in Detroit be drama. It's like a TV show. They kicking in the door, everything.
Man, 15 minutes, the house would have been empty already.
Listen, when they came today, they were supposed to come between 2 and 4, so I left at like 3:50 go get something to eat, and then he called. I'm like, you would call as soon as I leave. And so by the time I came back, which was like 4:45, they were just waiting on me so I could lock the door.
Yeah,
Everything
that's what I'm saying. Like this house, most of that furniture that we looking at would have already been out front.
always. They would have took all that big stuff first. That fridge, they wouldn't even dump the fridge. They would have put it on the little dolly and rolled that boy on out.
Right.
That's crazy. Somebody said the worst is the people you always see smoking but get evicted.
Oh yeah.
Always got their hair done. Look, I'll be over here with 2 braids to the back before I be set out. Like, come on.
Somebody said they ain't even pulled out the car seat. They just don't care. They ain't
Listen, a
put,
car at least $100.
put no clothes on the baby. That's why I know it ain't cold there, because I would have been put a coat on that baby.
Listen, something, Sterling, something.
About to go.
This is crazy. He just cleaning out the freezer. Like, damn, look at these crab legs. Like, she just sitting there, like, put that baby on the couch, put him in a little stroller or something, and go help your man pack now. Because you know where all the important stuff at. You can't cry. Them tears ain't going to work.
But definitely make sure your keys, cell phone, chargers, laptop.
Why he even got to, no, this pissed me off. Why he even got to tell you what to grab? That's the part I'm not understanding. It's still like no urgency.
Yeah, at this point, he might just be doing it for the video though, for us all. Because I at this point, there's nothing else to talk about. They already got the understanding that nobody's coming to save them. The management company don't care. They want them out. They already got a waiting list for the property, and they need to be putting their stuff in their car and protecting what they can before it gets set out.
But in a case like this, I think the husband should hold the baby in the woman pack because she know what to grab as far as what's really needed and what's important.
Yeah, but neither one of them doing nothing. I mean, I don't get this. You can tell a lot about people when they're going through eviction, like how they duck responsibility. Like sometimes it be, you know what I'm saying, it'd be a mental thing. Like we don't want to accept the fact of reality, and we just trying to. I don't know. They can't cope with it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying because the reality should have kicked in when that man showed up and said, "We got an eviction notice."
Yeah,
That's when it should have kicked in. At least I think so.
that's true.
And then with him still being there, it should have kicked in. And for sure, when they start cleaning up the motherfucking refrigerator.
I'm. We gonna learn a lot more about them once we see what they pack, because they ain't packed nothing yet. I want to see what they get. That'll tell me where their priorities at.
Not even the baby stuff, nothing.
Because if they grab that PS5 before the baby formula, I'm gonna fall out.
Or the TV. Oh my goodness.
Where to somewhere if we can have some space to
Hold
do
on.
what we need to
Pause.
Well,
do.
that's
Pause. Pause. You hear what she said?
Yeah.
Talking about some, hold on, we need some space. If we would have had time, we would have been prepared. You had time. They even said we got a notice. We thought we was gonna get another one. You get one notice, bro.
Yeah, notice for the notice.
Right? They think this is gonna be like UPS second attempt to deliver. No.
that's
Like
why.
my personal stuff,
Well, that's why we started in the kitchen
you
to
know,
give you time.
And then the people in the kitchen going slow on purpose to try to help you out.
'Cause a lot of times they just make the people step outside completely from the beginning, but I don't do that because I know people have to.
Oh, see, he nice. He said normally he just make people step outside and they gonna do their thing.
Yep. Like
But
we
he,
gonna bring y'all stuff out to y'all. I mean, as soon as they open your refrigerator and start taking stuff out, it's a wrap. Like I don't know what else to say at that point.
this been 12 minutes and she's still standing there in her chicken frying dress and she ain't even grabbed the chicken. I would have been grabbing all my essential stuff and then I would have grabbed all the food. So at least where we
Wait a
go.
minute, you said chicken frying dress. Now I didn't cook chicken before, and I can't imagine something that thin and that revealing. Cooking chicken. Can't you? Ain't you gonna get some grease, some hot grease on you?
I won't because I know how to cook, but I mean, depending on how hot that grease is, she would do it. She would. That's something you put on in the house when you in the house. That's not really a moo per se, but
Oh,
that's something you lounging around in. She got a bonnet on. She chilling.
oh, because I'm like, man, every time I can't cook, so that probably explain it. Because I would have burnt down my forearm.
Oh my god!
I'm saying chicken fried dress. I'm like, where's the apron? Like,
Not the apron. I do got an apron, but still,
my wife don't even let me go in the kitchen.
I see why you talking about. Wait a minute, what kind of dress is this?
I open the refrigerator. She be like, "What you doing?" I get it. Like
See, you gonna mess her
I'm a
stuff up.
burn something. It's either gonna be burnt or undercooked.
I'm like that with my dad. He just learned like about a year or two ago. He just learned how to make hot dogs. You know, my dad old school. He is late 70s, so the woman do it all that.
Bro.
So he just eat out every day until we come down there and we cook.
Man, I was like the hamburger helper king.
That's all you know how to make.
Hamburger helper and that and hamburger on the George Foreman grill.
Man,
And
that George Foreman was
fries.
the truth, especially in college.
Yep. Chicken breast and hamburger.
Did you
Turkey breast.
drain? Did you know to drain your hamburger meat before you put it in the helper?
Yep.
Okay, because
I
somebody
learned the hard way though.
I'm
But
about to say,
I figured it out.
like, why this so greasy?
I figured it out.
But yeah, that's a cooking truck because you get hot when you cooking. Like if you got the stove and all that on. Well, here you know the winter or whatever, maybe not as much because you got the heat on. Like if I'm cooking, let's say a Christmas dinner, I'm turning that heat down because it's about to get hot in there.
Right.
But this is Memphis, so maybe they got the air on. Now, let me go back to it because she still.
People have
I
personal
do.
items they want to get together.
Somebody said that's definitely in the house chicken frying. That's what I'm saying. She fried chicken in that dress. I know it. Ain't nothing up there important. It just can't be. Is that the eviction notice in our hand? Like, oh, here it go right here.
Yep.
She probably got in and just threw it up there like, oh, we caught up, we good. She still ain't grabbing nothing. No baby milk, no Gerber rice.
If it ain't no checks or no bills, she don't need to sort through that.
You
She can
say?
put it all in one spot.
She don't even need the bills. You can put them up online. Oh, they done propped the door open now.
My
It's
toolbox.
down.
I'm gonna get my toolbox and put it in front of me.
I would say that we're closer than the average.
Dog, this is crazy. There's no freaking urgency, dog. Somebody said she pissing me off.
Hey, you have no idea. You go, man. The tenants that try to cuss you out, like I was gonna pay you next week, or the ones that go and grab some money while you there. You ever had that happen?
Not to me.
Oh man, we had one tenant. She was like, I think she owed us like $1,700 and some change. She was like, I was gonna pay your funky ass little money next week. She was like, look, I got money. We got money around here. She went and grabbed like $1,200. I was just waiting to give you the other five because I didn't want to send you part of it right now, but we got money. I'm like, we way past it. She went and grabbed $1,200 real quick. I can't take that. The bed was gonna trip if I take that.
First of all, why the money funky now?
Money always funky when somebody owe you. A little funky. It's always little funky. It ain't funky. It's always your little funky money.
I was like, well, me and my funky money about to put somebody else in here since you don't like to pay your bills.
Yeah.
See, that's why I don't need to be on site because, I'm gonna come back with you to make you think and feel bad about yourself.
Yeah. I always tell people the money smell better when it get in my pocket. So go give me my little funky money, my little funky $50.
Somebody want to short you.
Your little funky money. Cash out me and I can't smell it.
Right, send it to me, Zell.
Right.
That is hilarious, though.
Ain't got no smell.
That is funny. You should put that on the shirt. Well, the police there too, so they done prop that door open. It's going down. Oh, got the tools out.
Yep.
They about to start taking furniture out now. What a dumpster at? Or they don't
What?
need a dumpster.
They ain't grabbed nothing.
He's still in that refrigerator. How much shit was in there? They haven't. Where the hubby go? Maybe he upstairs packing stuff. I hope.
We're not throwing anything away, man. We have to take everything that's in here has to go out.
Oh,
We're not throwing anything
so
away.
they different. They don't put it in the dumpster.
No, they just set it outside.
Oh, so you can go through your stuff. That's kind of you.
So other people can come go through it.
All right, some people said they gonna send us some videos. Yeah, if y'all send us stuff, we'll tag y'all, say y'all the one who sent it or whatever.
Yeah.
Is she crying? The baby crying.
I gotta look through the bag for my baby food.
What you gotta look through the bag for your baby food? You should have been grabbing the food before they came in. They was messing with that door for a minute.
That's why I said the first thing should have been a baby food. Then you could have sorted. You could have been talking while you was grabbing the baby food.
I know she ain't organized. Look at all that shit in them cabinets.
We can keep that separate.
Yeah, I told him not to touch this.
Hey, this.
Is that they refrigerator or the landlord appliances? I wonder.
No, the one that was over there in the food that was
Bruh, did he go grab a blunt? Bruh, he didn't have that blunt in his mouth when he went upstairs. So he gonna grab a blunt? Duh. You gonna grab a blunt going through a crisis?
They should have been fully dressed, baby clothes, baby supplies, money, jewelry, and being ready to go. And then whatever else they could have got out in the time.
Right, passports. Well, they ain't got no passport. I don't think they've been on nobody's vacation out the country.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they had because they ain't pay their rent. But I'm just saying, like, I'm grabbing all passports, birth certificate, driver's license, checks, checkbooks, credit cards. I'm grabbing all that shit first.
Yeah. He can't deal with it. He's smoking a blunt. There ain't no cigarette.
I'm like, did he grab a black or a blunt first? Because he did not have that when he went upstairs. That's what you were doing up there for 14 minutes, sir? Smoking? This is crazy. Yeah, get the baby for
There's only just one bag right here.
And that's a whole box full of formula. That's about $300 worth of stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was about to be.
Hey, the one with the baby food in it, make sure you give it to the lady. With the baby food.
He nice. He said just give the baby food directly to her before y'all throw it out. He
Yeah,
cool with me.
yeah, baby ain't gotta suffer.
Yeah, that ain't the baby fault. But them crab legs, trash. They better not grab them presents under the Christmas tree.
Yeah, there is hope. They grabbed the baby for him. I ain't giving up on them. Yeah, I want to see what they grab next. What you think?
And what about the appliances?
Okay, she put
Good.
clothes on.
They already
All
here.
right, progress.
Oh, it's clean. Baby still ain't got no clothes on. Oh, that's a little baby. That baby might be one. I hope that baby don't fall. I need to put that baby in. Where his stroller, his carrier? The first thing I would have did, Red. The first thing I would have did was put the baby in somewhere the baby secure and set him down, like on that fireplace man. I would have set him right there,
Yeah,
or on the floor next to it, probably on the floor in case he won't fall. And then I'm grabbing all my simple stuff.
yep. Car seat. Somebody said it earlier. Car seat, baby food, money, jewelry. Put on some clothes. Grab a couple outfits real quick. Fill that car up as much as you can. Be on your way.
Yeah, like but he said if you get a U-Haul, we'll help y'all do this, but we gonna stack it outside night. You whatever you do, you just gotta do it for nighttime where everybody start going through it.
Yeah. One of them could have left and got the U-Haul while the other one was still there and called up your people.
Yeah.
Let me go upstairs because we're gonna be heading up there next.
I wonder how much time done passed. I need to have some gloves on. Cause I don't think they can't take nothing, they just sit it outside, right?
Yeah.
Who you texting?
Like, I don't know. Unless he's sending photos and he labeling what he about to.
Oh,
That'd be messed up if it was his side chick and his wife watching the video.
listen.
Like, I knew.
Well, it's a tough
She
situation
don't
both
never
ways.
clean up because if that's how the house already look, that's
It's
crazy.
a tough
Yeah, they
situation
got.
all the way around.
He smoking, dog.
This
What
shit
he,
make me
he
want to go back to selling dope.
What about some dope? What you about to say, Red?
Oh, he took his. I thought he had on different some outside clothes. I ain't went back to inside clothes. Like he ain't going nowhere. Unless he working up a sweat.
Yeah, he had a hoodie on, so maybe he just took the hoodie off. All that up and down them steps.
No, you don't want to do that.
Man, I tried so hard, man. I tried so fucking hard, dog.
So hard to do what?
Shit always, man, something always fucking going down. Do the right thing, something always.
Bro, he ain't trying to hear that.
Man,
This,
this is dead wrong.
Always
Shit,
keeping the
man,
black
almost
man down.
$4,000, man.
I feel you. I've heard that before, so I feel where you're coming from.
I
But,
got
but
kids, I got a wife at home, you know. This gonna break us or what?
Like, who the wife? Is she the wife of somebody else? Cause he's like, I got kids, I got a wife. Hopefully the kids at school and they ain't gotta dang that. Now that's who I feel bad for.
Yeah, you don't want kids coming home from school and they ain't got no house. That ain't a good feeling.
Yeah, now I do feel bad for the children, the little kids. Now they big kids, no, but kids I feel bad for, cause they innocent, they ain't responsible for their adults' decisions.
Well,
it ain't gonna break you because
Man,
all this is a reset.
this is
You,
crazy.
here's what happens.
Boy, if he go to the this ain't nothing but a setup for a comeback, I'm gonna pass out.
I'll be telling people this is a reset. It ain't the end of the world.
Yeah, it sound like my man about to break down. That's why he grabbed that blunt. Somebody said, I think he lying.
Time. So, and I've seen it.
Pause. Why that fan so close to the ceiling?
Yep.
That's a cold
I promise
violation,
you.
but
I've
I'm gonna
seen. I had
continue.
a lady.
I don't even fucking cry, bro.
She was in a house. She paying $2,500. She lost her job. She ended up working fast food trying to catch up. But instead of her moving, saying, "Okay, look, let me regroup. Let me go get me something cheaper.
Exactly.
She was in there trying to pay that $2,500 by herself, working at Burger King, one of them fast food places. So when we did the eviction, she was upset. Said, "Man, you got to move up out of here. You ain't gonna be able to afford no $2,500. You got to regroup."
Hold on. Ain't that what you be saying, Reg?
Yeah, you gotta whatever you think you can afford to pay, go about $200 or $300 less than that. It's better to be comfortable and be able to pay it consistently and have some extra change saved up for hard times. Like a lot of landlords now, they want you to make 3 times what the rent is. That's
Yeah.
why like mortgage companies look at your income to debt ratio before you buy a house when they qualify you. So I mean, it's a reason. Don't just go ham and be like, "Oh, it's 2,500. I can make that." Sometimes you can't.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's true.
yeah, if you getting behind, once you get more than 2 months behind, you might just need to move and get something cheaper. And I know it's hard because all neighborhoods ain't the same, and you didn't got you got set up, you got established where you at, but yeah, you gonna move one way or the other, either by by choice or the bailiff.
Yeah. But he got a good point. Like, at least he did try to get a job and catch up. But like he said, you could have just, went somewhere else.
Yeah. But he explaining too much. I ain't. I don't,
He
if
is talking a lot.
I don't want you telling everybody else story. Just get my house back. And if I'm the tenant, that's good motivation and all that. But what we gonna do? What we need to do right now?
I think he's just saying that because he sound look like my man was about to, I guess, have a nervous breakdown or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe
I
they
would
just
have been having a nervous breakdown when we went to court.
right.
Gotta
It
get
was
out.
probably at least 30 days ago. Whew.
When you get back into the job you was in before,
I was working at Conway. I just got laid off.
well, that's what I'm saying.
It's crazy, man.
It's time to regroup. Get
It looked
something
like
cheap.
they in my 3 bedroom. Y'all could have dropped down to a 2 bedroom to something that y'all could afford, or a 1 bedroom if that's the only kids right now, or a studio. Mm-mm.
Man, I see why black men go to jail every other day, man.
No, no, bro, no. Did you hear what he said,
Yeah, that ain't why we go to jail every other day.
bro? No, we ain't about to play that card. Nah.
This is crazy, man.
Uh,
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance.
Yeah, I think they got more kids. They probably in school or something. Right? Like, yeah, I feel for them. They gonna come home like, where we going? And then if they do got a PS5, y'all could have sold that. Y'all could have sold that TV. You can
Yep.
watch TV on your phone
People go to Zeetman's every day, B.
every day, selling furs and everything.
Yep. Come up off a quick like $1,500 with the TVs and the
Yeah,
PS5.
or sell it on Facebook Marketplace.
Yep.
Mm. Whoops, wrong one. All right.
what's up?
You got a master key?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Well, tonight I'm all done. I went ahead and checked all the locks and everything with my master, so you wouldn't have any troubles.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you saw it, but there is a storage room back there.
Yeah, I heard her asking about.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of stuff in there too, so I don't know if you need to
Hey, what happened to the cabinet?
back there. That's
So
all.
the cabinet is
Okay.
broke.
All right.
Right.
Thank you. So I appreciate you. All right.
They had some Whataburger. Whataburger do be hitting though. Girl, that fuck
Please
that
don't take
Christmas.
the
Hold
tree.
on,
Please
hold on,
don't take the Christmas tree.
hold on. The Christmas tree, bro.
Oh God.
You care about the Christmas tree?
She had got some points when she took the baby formula. I don't know about this.
No, she back at zero.
The decorations off of it. I mean, I guess she still want her kids to have Christmas somewhere. But
Where?
please,
They don't. Well, unless they gonna be in a hotel, maybe they got family they can go to.
yeah, they probably got family, but please don't take that tree.
The
All
tree.
right, man. You don't have anywhere you can take the kids to?
Oh yeah, she got the box
You're gonna have to
out.
move his couch.
Oh yeah, cause the little boy still sitting on the couch.
We say?
Y'all ain't even watch. That little baby is bothering me because he could fall and hurt himself. That is a little baby. He maybe one because he's standing.
Yeah, she got the Christmas tree box right there. She about to take that tree.
Damn with that tree.
So,
Somebody watch the baby, please. Now the baby hungry. The baby stressed.
Is it what outside?
Thank you. Somebody pick up the damn kid.
Yeah, I don't know because they just gonna move. If anything that you want personally, you have to grab it and take it with you because they just moving everything in they see.
Mm-hmm. While y'all was at Whataburger, she should have kept cooking at home so I would save money. Cause I'm sure if they got a bunch of kids, I know she got a bridge card. She taking the damn tree, bro.
What is the rent here? What was the rent here?
Yeah, how much that rent?
How much? 795. That ain't bad.
Hold on. $7.95.
I'm done.
When was this video posted? 3 weeks ago in 2024?
I'm done. That's a nice house. I don't know what the neighborhood look like, but that's a nice house for
That's
selling.
a nice house for $800. $7.95. Excuse
Second
me?
floor laundry. Uh, yeah, she should be taking that TV down though instead of that tree.
Facts.
Yeah.
That
'Cause
is crazy.
you could sell that TV. You can't do nothing with that tree but have um a symbol of Christmas. I'll be taking that TV and trying to get 100, 200 bucks for it or something.
Yeah, you could probably sell the couch, get another 100, 200, the mirror, like all that little stuff you could sell.
Somebody says it's gonna be a Waffle House Christmas for them.
Hey, I like Waffle House.
The dirtier, the better the food.
Listen, I need somebody outside with gold teeth or no teeth smoking a cigarette.
Yep, and somebody about to fight. It's
Dog, it's crazy.
the toast of that apple butter sauce with the scrambled eggs with cheese.
Yes. Do you get raisin toast or wheat or white?
I get the raisin toast with the
Oh, uppity.
cheese. That's the only time I really eat bacon. I don't even eat pork like that. That's the only time I eat bacon.
Did you know Waffle House got coupons? You know, I'm on everybody email list. So today they sent me for my waffle bursary for when I first signed up for coupons. I get free
For real.
bacon. I don't eat pork, so I sent it to my family. But on my birthday I get a free waffle. I might drive down to Toledo, go get my waffle.
Yeah, that's why I say Waffle House make you cross the border.
Listen, I be going to Toledo. I'm like, damn, I want some waffle. I put Hawkeye in the when I have my truck, come on, Hawk, go get some waffle house. This is crazy.
She said 7.95. I'm done.
$800, basically $800 in rent. Y'all got behind, bro. Now I
Yeah,
don't know what the cost of what jobs pay in Memphis, but you could have came up with that.
yeah. It's some good jobs down
Thought it
there.
been a lot more.
Yeah, because the dude said he was working at Conway, so that must have been a good job, whatever that is. I had to ask my friends from down there. And then she taking her time with this dumbass tree.
Wait a minute. Hold on now. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Hold on. Okay, I'm assuming this is not a weekend, right?
Well, they said she said it was 2 days before Christmas, so let's look at a calendar. Because this was 2024. This is recent.
All right. So,
So
but
that was 2 days before Christmas. That was a Monday.
what I'm saying is I'm assuming most cities don't do evictions on the weekend, right?
I would assume.
So it's the middle of the day because it's daylight out there. I'm assuming it's not past 5 o'clock because it's winter and it's not dark. Ain't nobody at work. Ain't nobody out trying to get no money or nothing. And your rent 7.95.
Well,
Like
the
I'm
other
just
said
saying,
he just got laid off, but like that's why he told me the story. Like he could have went and worked a fast food job or something, worked at Walmart, something. They
yeah,
could
like
have
if you knew you was getting evicted, if you was going to court and all of that before then, it had to be something, a little side hustle or something to catch up on 7.95.
I'm about to look. What's the average wage in Memphis? The average salary in Memphis on the low end 45,000 up to 91,000. So we talking about our people, so it's probably a little lower than that. unfortunately.
Yeah, but it's like when I don't know if you remember when I say I sell houses on land contract, I keep the payments low. I call it like Walmart money.
Yeah.
Like you could work at Walmart or pretty much any fast food spot and make 800 a month.
So I just Googled real quick. So in Memphis, middle class is $37,624 a year. That's middle class.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's 790. That like the when she said that you feel sorry for people, but no, I don't feel it sorry. And you packing a Christmas tree. That that TV is about a third of your rent. Like you could have hawked one of them TVs at the pawn shop.
Something.
Yeah.
Cause
But
what we down there, the Nike plant down there, the factory, that's a big place to work. FedEx headquarters is in Memphis. You can always Uber Eats or DoorDash with that one car they got.
yeah. I mean it's a lot of stuff you can do for 800 a month. Yeah, I don't know. I was feeling a little sorry every now and then seeing the baby and all that, but then now I'm just like I don't know.
But look, dog, it's like two people, adults. Somebody maybe that baby could have went to daycare. You if you got whatever the low income program is, we can get the free daycare, and both of y'all can work. You tell me y'all can't both come up with 400 apiece?
Work different shifts. One person work in the day, one work at night.
Right. Sell all the TVs. Maybe keep the one in the family room. Okay. Sell
Uh,
that PS5. You like the fried chicken?
you ain't got the PS5 with no games.
Right. Sell all that.
Games be hitting.
I know she getting a bridge card. Girl, you better start selling some plates.
Yeah,
This don't make no sense.
yeah. I might move.
We might need to move to Memphis. I thought we were doing great up here in Detroit.
For the Memphis 795. I wonder where the person was staying at where he said she was paying 2,500 a month. I want to see what 2,500 a month look like. If
Yeah,
this,
Memphis, you got to be somewhere nice, nigga. This is a nice house.
yeah, I wonder how the neighborhood is though. It could be. It didn't look that bad when they showed outside, but
It was also daytime. Well, maybe she wasn't working. She can't be on maternity leave. That baby big. Unless he was the only one working, so that means she got to step up and go work then. Still packing that damn tree.
it's always a job available. It just may not be a job. It just may not be a job that matches your pride. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta drop the ego and go get enough bread just to keep you afloat. But it's
Look,
always jobs available.
I'll go back and substitute teach. I'll go back to Burger. I ain't worked at Burger King since college, but I be damn if I be outside.
Yeah,
I mean, damn, I got an engineering degree, so I got only thing I would have to probably take a pay cut because I ain't been in the field in a minute. But
right.
I could go get a job right now and probably make 70,000 minimum, easy. There's no way I'm about to be homeless. Ain't no way. Might not be getting my hair and nails done as frequent as I like, but I'm not gonna be outside.
God dog.
She's still packing this motherfucking tree though. This is crazy. Or you just not looking for your shoes. That baby should have been dressed and ready first. Put into a stroller where he can't move, and then y'all start
Do
grabbing.
y'all remember? And I know y'all don't, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Do y'all remember seeing the little baby shoes in one of these bags?
See, man, I ain't going through all that. See,
The, little- the,
Huh?
that's why I said at the beginning you get that formula, you get the baby clothes, you get the baby situated. Then you start getting all your other stuff. Now you gotta dig through all that to get the baby shoes. You wasn't thinking you packing a tree. Like, come on.
Right, he grabbed a blunt.
Right, everything but the baby shoes. Now they want to find where the baby shoes at.
Look, all right, so we gonna say what we would have did. So I would have grabbed the baby, got the baby dress first, got that stroller, strapped the baby in there, so and put the little brake on there so he can't roll.
Yup.
Next, I'm gonna get my book bag and my purse for all the
Set
huh?
the car seat in the car.
Yep, put the car seat in there, or at least just grab the car seat so it's next to the stroller, so y'all can grab that and stroll the baby out.
Yup.
Next, get my purse or book bag, all the personal stuff, birth certificates, passports, credit card checks, all that's going in there, so we know where it's at, so we can still do what we need to do. Next, I'm grabbing a bag, putting all the baby clothes in there, all of them, diapers, the formula, all that shit. As I got the baby shit, now I'm start grabbing my personal shit, drawers, bras, at least 5 or 6 changes, enough clothes for a week. So that's at least 7 pairs of clothes that you can throw into a duffel bag or something real quick.
Right.
And then we straight.
Yup. Then I'm grabbing everything I can pawn.
Yeah.
TV, all that stuff that can fit in the car. I'm pawning. I'm going straight to the pawn shop. Come up on about 500 to 1,000, and then either stick it out with some family or figure something out with that money. But they got some money saved somewhere.
Somewhere to just pay out, but maybe not because they paid all the month and that's why they late on that month. But I guess they figured like, oh, it's Chris. This is what I think happened. They caught up all their months. They already was late in December. They think, oh, it's the holiday. We're gonna use this money to pay for all this Christmas stuff and we'll catch up in January.
Yeah.
That's what I think happened. Because that be happening here.
Yeah, that's why she took the tree so they can set up somewhere and kids still had Christmas.
I think I would rather my kids had no Christmas and they got a roof over their head. That's your Christmas. Go turn that light switch on. Merry Christmas.
Right.
That's crazy.
You think you can find it or is it not? Yeah, he can find it. Okay, see if you can find it. Okay. Okay, thank you.
He is very nice.
You think it'll be all right? Well, we finna get it today, but can I set the TVs out there in the shed so nobody won't go till I get the truck, come back and get the stuff?
Should been did that.
Now you tell me, are you talking about locking the shed or just leaving it in the shed?
Leave it in there till we come back and get it.
Yeah, we can do. Now, what I can do with the shed is because the thing is, everything has to be out to where it's not like they have your stuff.
Yeah.
So if it's outside, it can we can leave it out there and give you time to get to it. We don't have to move it. We don't have to move it up front.
Yeah, okay.
So we can leave all the stuff in the shed, or we can move the stuff out the shed. What do you want?
Yeah, move it in the shed.
So you want us to move that out, but you want to leave the TV in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the TV in there.
But you want the rest of the stuff moved to the front.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, all right, we'll do that. So we're just gonna leave
Okay,
this
that ain't a
TV here
bad
until
plan.
like the
What
very.
you think about that?
What's that?
Well, he just said he asked them like, "When y'all take everything off the shed, can you put the TVs in there? Then I'll come back and get it when I can get the truck."
He giving directions and orders and shit to the bailiff.
I mean, he said he'd do it for him.
Yeah, I mean, if he'd do it, I mean, make it, talk your way into it. If you can convince him to do it for you, do it. But I mean, it's still an eviction. I guess if he put it in the shed, the problem is he gotta get back onto the property to get to the shed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
yeah, that's
my
true.
thought process is you don't want them back on the property at all.
But they ain't gonna be able to get in the house because they done changed the locks unless they can break a window. But this look like it's like a duplex or something.
Yeah, but they can get in their house if they want to, that front window or something. And ain't no neighbors gonna say nothing. They just gonna be like, oh, they locked themselves out. They trying to get back in.
But that when they showed the back of the living room, I don't remember if that was a sliding patio door or just a regular door. Because it's a slide and they can bust that glass
Right.
and get back in there and grab what they need to
Yeah,
grab.
I wouldn't want none of their stuff on the property. If I'm the landlord, I'll be a little upset about this. That's like we gonna put something in the garage and leave it so you can come back in or the shed or whatever. I want it all out. You know what I'm saying? If I'm the landlord, I don't want them to have a reason to come back on the premises other than to get the stuff that's sitting out front.
I think they should sit the TVs out front, put them on the couch so they won't break. She sit there with the baby or whatever until he go get the truck because she could sit in the car.
Or when they first showed up, he should have went and got the truck because that was 25, 30 minutes ago. He could have been back already.
Also true.
Yeah, he could have drove all of that stuff, dropped it off somewhere, and then came back and then packed up the other stuff.
Yeah. Instead
Yeah.
of grabbing the blunt.
Very last thing we do.
Yeah, because we got two more.
Two more, sure. Okay.
So they gonna
Well,
sell
if
orchards.
you want to, you can bring the TVs downstairs, or we can bring them down here and just line them up right here and take them out last.
Man, he is really nice.
Yeah, I was done when she packed that Christmas tree up. I get it, but I was done. That was like the least.
I don't give it about that tree. The hell with that tree. Damn, that's all that shit.
That area don't look that bad.
Yeah, it don't. It's like, yeah, it's like a duplex or something, or is it like a row of houses?
But you know the South in California as well will fool you. Like the block will look real nice, but it be hood.
Yeah, they could
HoneyBook completely changed
show
how I do
going
business.
there,
I'm a
they could show going there and bust that back window and get back in their house.
Yeah.
Unless they gonna put it boarded up, I guess. I don't know.
Somebody said the crackhead's not gonna wait until nightfall.
I mean, that could be true.
Hey, coming ASAP. That's why I was worried about the TVs.
Facts.
Yeah, she gotta save that pretty white tree.
That look like a Walmart tree. They could go or a Family Dollar. Girl, you can buy another one of them. They've been living here for a minute to even have stuff in the shed. I guess that's the basement, the shed, because they ain't got basement. Is that a cooler?
What's that? That?
But he could would but
Uh,
see, he could have went and got the truck now because they ain't even started upstairs yet. They still downstairs.
Yeah. They had more than enough time. I think they just didn't want to accept reality. They was gonna try to fight it or thought they was gonna convince him to do something different or to come back.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
no, they can stay back there.
I'm still tripping over the 795.
Dog. Like y'all could have went and worked at Wendy's and got that. Oh, he changed a lot.
Yeah.
That's a nice backyard. And it's fenced in and you only paying $800. That Whataburger truck still holding on. I saw the windows locked.
This was cool though. It wasn't a lot of drama. It was just like, you just get to understand like the mindset of people just not accepting reality. It's like, oh, we getting evicted. Like, yeah, you knew that a
Yeah, I
month.
take the tea.
So they must be done. But they ain't went upstairs yet. At least they ain't show it.
Yeah, they probably just didn't show it.
And they got hardwood floors too. $800. Well, $795.
Now I want to see what 2,500 get you in Memphis. If this 795,
Right, 'cause this look nice. Maybe it's the neighborhood or they in a whole house and not a duplex or something. I'm about to Google it because I'm very intrigued. I got friends in Memphis. I'm gonna ask them.
yeah, I got people in Memphis all over, but I don't think none of them paying. So I think they all paying more than 795.
I'm about to Google it because I'm invested.
See, the bailiffs here don't be cleaning out cabinets. They only take like furniture and stuff, and like big items. They ain't doing like no cleaning like that.
I think they did today. They took the stuff out the cabinets. I think, but they ain't clean for real. You right? Because all that food and
Yeah,
stuff on the floor that fell off their mattresses, they just left that.
right.
That was my first time seeing one in person though.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I've only had one eviction that on my own stuff. That first 10 I had to evict on McCormick, never again. I learned. I don't care about none of your life was going. I'm sorry that happened. Rent still do, bro. Cause you gotta be like that. Cause when you try to have sympathy for them, they play you.
Yeah, I used to have a big one or two every year.
Yeah, they already did it. Yeah, they just didn't record up there. This is a nice house. I don't know how many bathrooms, but it looks straight. They probably got a tenant ready. That's a quick go in there, clean, disinfect, get some pest control,
Yep,
paint, redo them floors, clean that carpet. That might be 2 weeks worth of work. Fix that cabinet, that door that's broke, or you probably might have to replace that the way that boy hanging on.
they'll put that Christmas tree back up.
Happy holidays. So they got two full bathrooms. Turn that fan off because it's bothering me. Got the periwinkle blue on the wall.
Shit,
Somebody said, "Do you think it's 7.95 after they Section 8 voucher?" Well, Memphis is cheap. She said 7.95. She ain't say nothing about no Section 8.
right.
It's at the
Yeah,
line.
yeah. I don't think it's 7.95 after Section 8.
Yeah, that's what they rent was. Oh, that's the laundry room. So they had upstairs laundry too.
Yeah, cause he just asked. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Cause he just asked them how much was their rent. You know what I'm saying? She would have said her portion, but she said 7.
Yep. She better call them utility come get them bills out her name, ma'am. Oh, they gotta have a fire extinguisher in the kitchen. That's cool. I'm gonna start doing that. That might be their code or something. That is really a nice house.
I want to see this neighborhood. I want to see like the street view that he's showing. If he show it,
You might still want to go outside and tell me minutes left.
somebody said this make me pay my next month bills right now.
Listen.
Get ahead of it.
Mm-hmm. You know I got a little couple extra dollars. Let me go and
Never
put this to
had
the
a landlord complain about getting paid too early.
7.95. Shit, them days gone up here.
Yeah, you'd be scared. Somebody say it can. You better move in with somebody. Put y'all rent together.
I want to see how do they show how nice they set it up outside.
Yeah, he probably gonna take a front view, but I want to see how that block look.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna show it because there's only like a minute left. Yep.
Yeah, the houses don't look that old though. From when they was walking out from the door view.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. I just subscribed too.
Yeah, and they they spent like 20, 30 minutes just talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been in
Homeland
and out.
Security came. Whoa.
Yeah, if when any of your subscribers send some, we definitely gonna have to do the one subscriber sent. My
Yeah,
wife always be watching these videos, especially the court cases. He said,
that's
man,
what I'm saying. Like he ain't gonna turn them fans off. That fan that close to the ceiling because I'm a contractor. That shit was bothering me.
yeah,
Like this getting on my nerves. All right, let me see what questions we got. UPS, Amazon, always hire no excuse. Exactly.
yep, 7.95.
She got to say that pretty white tree. The tree, exactly. Oh, that's your wife, ain't it?
Yeah,
The crackhead's not going to wait. Exactly.
or they would take a
They
fine.
was.
Oh yeah,
They sure was.
Man, they was taking toilets and everything. We go in the house, ain't no plumbing in there, nothing. Ceiling fans stripped down to the bone.
And if it was for them, they'll leave it running if it was the wintertime.
If they could figure it out, if they would have figured out a way to reuse that drywall and cut it out properly, they would have took the drywall too.
I done seen that. I done seen people put some cement down the pipe.
Oh yeah.
They done did
What,
that. Like people evil,
what
man.
you know about put people? You know how you have holes in the walls? They're
Yeah.
putting rotten meat in there though. That's the worst.
I
Yeah,
never seen heard that. That is trifling. That's
yeah,
roaches, rats.
yeah. People putting rotten meat in the walls and cement down the drains, all type of stuff because you ain't pay your rent.
So you upset with me that I had the audacity to put you out because you didn't pay your bills.
Right. Because you ain't work with them though. That's why they mad. I told you my cousin and them was sick. My cousin and them was sick. And I was gonna give you a little funky 100 next week. But since you want to be honorary and take me to court and file paperwork and stuff, and that's how they be feeling.
Like take your little hoe ass money.
And you know what's crazy though? That never happened to the slumlords.
I think they be scared of the slumlords.
Yeah, I never hear slumlord complain about tenants that much.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing they say is, "Oh, they be paying me late, or they ain't paying me on time, or my tenant moved and didn't tell me."
I think because a lot of them slumlords to come set your butt out they self.
Yeah,
I think that's why. That's probably why. That's a good point. They were supposed to already scoped out something else to squat in. Something. You gonna get evicted out of there too.
yeah,
Oh, the baby is crazy. Y'all need both hands. That's what I'm saying. The first thing I would have did was secure the baby, make sure the baby all right, or call somebody like, "Hey, can you come over here and get the baby?"
yeah. All hands on deck. Put the baby down. Let's.
Something.
Yeah, put the blunt and the baby down. Let's go. All hands on deck.
Somebody said audacity is at an all-time high. Listen, hold on. What else we got? Look up that. So they said look up somebody called ASAP Processing. He does evictions. He don't give a damn.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, let me screenshot this so I don't forget.
Yeah.
I might do it right now. I don't know. Let me see. They got a short one. ASAP Processing. This is one chick I follow on TikTok. She a divorced attorney out of Texas.
Uh,
Her husband is the processor. They got a whole YouTube series, but him serving people, talking about you getting served because he served. You know, in Texas, you can sue the mistress and everybody.
oh, that's crazy.
I'm like, oh, he had one of them served at church doing choir practice.
Was it the pastor?
I don't remember.
Sir, the pastor.
Here you go. ASAP process service, eviction man
Okay.
from hell. Ha ha.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to check that out.
Subscribe. His videos got millions of views.
Yeah, we're gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, I'm posting one today on my page. I'm about to send it over to somebody on Fiverr so I can chop it up. Oh, he out of Memphis too, I think. Why is this one called Too Hot to Be Getting Put Out?
Hey, them 100-degree days be hard though.
I wonder what's worse, being hot or being put out in this cold.
The cold,
But see, with the hot, you sweat like a mug. You
I don't care. The cold ain't not worse than your bones being cold. 10 degrees outside. Oh no, you can survive. You can get a little shade and some ice water somewhere and be all right. Lay down, take a nap in the heat, but in the cold, you ain't doing nothing if you ain't got no heat somewhere.
true.
It ain't no getting around. And when it's hot, you can jump in some water. When it's cold, you have no relief except heat.
Cause that's like if the power go out, I'd rather it happen. I'm not gonna wood in the summer than in the winter.
Yeah.
Cause I can open up the windows, I can fan myself,
Yep.
I can take a shower, try to cool off.
You could take all your meat out the fridge and put it on the grill, just be grilling all day.
Yeah.
and eat. So yeah, in the cold, the only thing about the cold, your meat already can stay frozen. All your food can
And
stay.
you ain't gotta worry about your food spoiling.
Yeah, but I ain't nah. The cold ain't it.
But then you gotta worry about your pipes freezing if you ain't got pets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The
Mm.
cold ain't it. I'm good.
Let me see what the questions that we got or comments. This one was a good one. But yeah, if y'all got any, just send them to my DM. We go over 'em and I'll put your name in the comments. Somebody said she was not working guaranteed.
Oh
So
yeah.
why is both of y'all at home?
That's what I said. I was like, wait a minute, this ain't a weekend. It's the middle of the day, and both y'all at home, and y'all rent $7.95. You can't make that up. Ain't nobody trying to pay rent.
Somebody said her grandmama gave her that tree. That's why she took it.
Oh yeah,
Well, yeah, yes. The tree and not the baby is crazy.
brought
Fact.
the tree at Perry or Arbor back in the day.
Too much stuff in that house for it to be just a baby. True. Yeah, she definitely got. So where they at? Cause if it's 2 days for Christmas, it can't be they ain't in school. They on break then.
Right.
You should move before the eviction is filed. Facts, cause you know you late.
Yep. And the money you was trying to save up and pay, you can put towards your next place.
Before you even got the eviction on your record.
Yeah. Once you get 2 months behind, just go and save that money and move. Right. I know it costs to move and all of that, but your landlord, you gonna keep getting behind. You gotta figure something out. Get a cheaper place.
And it makes sense to move before the eviction is officially filed, because you confirmed, at least for here, that once you win it in court, it's automatically on your record then. So now you got this on your record.
Man, I had got a roommate. We moved over on 7 Mile and Gratiot on Saratoga one year. It was bad. You know what I'm saying? It was back in the day. I was young. It was just like get the cheapest spot we can find, and we gonna split the rent till we get back up. Like all that getting kicked out and all of that. We was paying about 180 a piece in the downstairs flat.
Mm,
You know, should have stayed there about 4 years and stacked my bread.
facts.
I would have came out of Cheddar Boy.
There you go. Eastside Cheddar Boys. They probably ain't got nobody to call. You be tired of family that deal with this. True. Like y'all getting evicted again?
Yeah, yeah. For 7.95, they seem like the type that would have pissed some people off.
This ain't the time to be debating with them. Start grabbing stuff. Facts.
Yep. All hands on deck. Put the baby in the blunt down, like I said.
Cause he came back with a blunt. I was like, hold on. When he went upstairs, he ain't had no blunt. He said, I'm stressed.
He was stressing. He was like, man, this how black men get put down and all that. I'm like, man, black men can work at Walmart too.
Listen, black man, you sound like you got too much pride, Mr. Black Man. But this goes back to what I always tell people: skills pay the bills. The more you can do, the more you worth. The more education or training you got, the better. And then you can't be getting educated and trained in BS that don't pay.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna post what you sent me too. I got a post that I keep forgetting about the heavy operator equipment thing. I'm definitely gonna post
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
Somebody said make sure you grab all them spices at the cabin. Spices is expensive, facts. If you get the good ones.
Yeah, not the dollar stores, but
No, I buy that Simply brand. No, Simply ain't cheap. That Simply organic.
my
Somebody,
wife my wife was bringing spices back from Morocco. And she was like smuggling back. I'm like, what's this? She was like, this spices. I'm like, oh, I looked like we was smuggling something in. Like, man, almost got us caught up.
that's funny. Somebody said that's definitely in the house frying chicken dress. That's what I'm saying. She was frying chicken. I know.
Yeah, that's like some. Yeah, I guess some people can't cook. I wouldn't be in a white beater frying no chicken.
Touche.
My arms would be all messed up.
Somebody said they is clueless. Would you please pack the baby a bag, bruh? That was pissing me off.
Yeah, baby bag, baby shoes, formula. I would have made the baby a bottle real quick.
Something, because the baby looks stressed too. That's why he crying.
You
Hold
know?
on, somebody said Detroit would have definitely been cleared that place out. Yeah, Detroit would have been all that talking here.
Yep. Man, if that was in what was it like 45, 50 minutes, that house would have been clear. And by the time they was in the house talking, somebody would have came and stole half that stuff off the front. It
Yeah,
was,
here, like you need somebody outside guarding that stuff with a piece.
yeah.
Why are y'all just standing there and not grabbing nothing? Why y'all still not packing, bruh?
But it's just a different mindset. That go to show you, like when we be having like investors come from out of town,
Mm-hmm.
and they be like so nonchalant about stuff where they like, oh, I brought this house, I ain't seen it in a year, and I was trying to see if you can go check on it for me. And I'm like, what makes you think I want to check on something you ain't paid attention to? And it just be like a whole nonchalant attitude, like, oh, I just spent 50,000 on it. I was like, what you do with it? Nothing. I was just sitting on it. I hadn't decided to do nothing with it. And I go by and the house halfway burnt down, or it's a lot. I'm like, hate to tell you, homeboy.
Like that's what happens when you don't check on stuff. Like I was getting my nail done, and the nail tech, she was saying, talking to the other nail tech, and she was like, "Yeah, my car just started acting up because I ain't had no oil change in over a year." And I was like, "What?
Your car ain't acting up, is acting out.
Your car is dying.
Your car thirsty to the mother.
I'm like, you had no oil change in a year. How your car even turn? How you turning the key over when you started up?"
Your car acting out. Hey, look, I hate to say it. I don't want to be that guy because you know how they had like the black manosphere and all of that.
Yeah.
Real talk, I could tell a lot by a woman the type of dude she have in her life based on her car and her car maintenance.
Oh, fact.
For real, like if you driving around with some ball tires, and I already know the dudes you mess with is something different, or they don't care about you.
He
Like
saw.
I could tell a lot, especially in the wintertime.
But see, I'm grateful that my mom used to race Corvettes. So she was in the car. So she taught us,
Yeah,
like, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. She showed us how to put the little dipstick in there and get the napkin and check the oil. Like, my
check
mom showed us all that.
transmission fluid, all of that.
Yeah, like, she showed us enough to be like, okay, pay attention to this, and this is when you take it to the dealer. Make sure you get your oil change every 3,000 miles. Make sure you don't ride with your gas on E all the time. That mess your engine up. Like, my mama told us all that.
Yeah, yo,
That's crazy. But you're right. A lot of my female friends, I had to teach them too. Like they ain't know how to check their tire pressure. I done put air in my friends' tires, all type of stuff.
but even if you don't know somebody around you, and the reason I say the dudes, but even if it's your family, somebody should care enough to not have you on the in a 3-ton killing machine out here with bold tires and stuff. Your hair fly, but your tires bowed in the mug. You sliding around on the lodge. You know that you know how the tires be so bald, the wires be sticking out. You can see the wires.
I ain't never seen that, praise God.
I've seen it plenty. And I used to be like, yeah, your stuff ain't that good because ain't nobody brought you no tires.
But like, so I had posted on my story a couple days ago about you a true Detroiter when you done been driving, spin out, and then you get a thumbs up like I'm okay and keep going like ain't nothing happening.
Yeah,
And somebody's like, that really be happening. I was like, every person in Detroit who is driving has done that once in their life. I know I have.
man.
Just don't let go of the wheel. And if you doing
Sometimes you
you doing
spin
your
out on
thing, it's
purpose.
straight you straight.
Sometimes we spin out on purpose. You be on the road and you don't see no cars behind you. You be like, I'm about to whip this boy real quick. And
Hey,
you spin out, or you go find you a parking lot, like a strip mall parking lot or a Myers or something. You getting that boy doing them donuts.
though, and my not this ram, my ram before that, right? My friend from Houston, she came up here and she's never like been in the winter for real. And we just drive and I end up hitting some ice on Woodward, but I'm still talking to her while I'm spinning, but I'm controlling the wheel. She's getting nervous. I'm like, look, you getting nervous is gonna make me nervous. Just chill. Like, I got this. There's no cars around us. We straight. So I was like, as long as I come up off this gas, don't slam on the brakes, we're good. Like, and don't. And the biggest thing is you cannot let go on the steering wheel. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Don't you got to control the wheel? And I'm like, then after about 30 seconds, I'm like, yeah, what was you saying? She's like, so you just gonna act like that ain't just happened? I'm like, it's part of
That's normal. Yeah, that's driving in the snow.
cause the car in front of me slid. So before I could get over the next lane, I already knew, okay, I'm about to slide in that same spot because they was, my 3, 4 car lengths ahead of me or whatever. I'm like, dog, you can't be up here stressing me out. You have to get in the back.
My first time driving, like I was in driver's training at Sears in Highland Park. And
Mm-hmm.
the first day we went out on the road, it was 3 inches of snow, and he had me drive on the Davidson Freeway, and that was my first day behind the wheel. So it was just like it just became normal to drive in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
That's crazy. Somebody said a notice that you getting another notice is crazy.
yeah. Like how many? We ain't getting no notice. Yes, you did. Well, that was the one last month. How many? You don't get notices every month. Your notice was your rent invoice.
Facts. When you went to court,
Right.
somebody said if they grab that TV first, I'm gonna go crazy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying early on. Like, let me see what they grab first. That'll tell me where they head at.
When reality hits, people do be in a state of shock because they knew the day was coming.
Yup.
But I don't understand how you shot when like you know the day coming.
I was shocked when I heard 795.
That shot me. That shot me. And when he went upstairs, I'm thinking he about to come downstairs with bags, and he came back with a blunt in his mouth.
Yeah, 1,500 or above. If you minimum wage, it's could get a little steep for some people, right? Especially you taking care of kids and an old lady, and you got other kids.
Mm-hmm.
That 795. I mean, I know water boys that was making a few hundred a month. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's jobs out here for a grown man. They just may not the jobs may not be equal to your pride, but sometimes you gotta put that aside and get that rent paid.
But like I tell people, like taking a step back is okay. It's temporary. It's up to you if it become permanent.
Yeah, yeah.
Sidebar. Somebody
Where you gonna go though cheaper than 795?
for
Unless you got, I don't know what they one bedrooms rent for, but I mean, yeah, I don't know how much lower you can go.
Oh, somebody asked a question. I got a property, a 5 bed, 3 bath on 7 Mile. How much would the rent usually be in that area? First of all, east or seven, east or west.
Yeah, east or west, is it south of 7 Mile, north of 7 Mile?
Right, brick frame.
But ain't I mean anything 5 bedrooms is gonna be like 1,400 up, depending on the condition of what side of town you on.
hmm Yeah, somebody said I love his video. He's a pro. Yeah, shout out to the bailiff because he was very nice and accommodating.
Yeah, he was. And I would have been pissed off. He would have left that TV on my property though.
Yeah, as the landlord, I would have. But see, what would have pissed me off while we in there and I'm trying to give you all this grace, bitch? You gonna pack a Christmas tree?
Yeah, and on top of that, you're not moving. They wasn't moving quick enough. It wasn't no urgency. It wasn't enough urgency for me. It was just like, oh, we gonna just kick it until y'all done.
Yeah. Somebody said, yeah, my Section 8 tenant portion out of 1575 is 299. Yeah, and they can still get evicted too, because they could not pay you their portion and still get put out.
Yep.
So you just gotta vet people regardless. Like I tell folks, I pray over every decision I make. I pray over tenants, all that. And I ain't saying that's what you gotta do, but it worked for me. You just
I,
gotta
I
vet
like
them.
I like watching this stuff too. I really like when people that are considering being a landlord or that are landlords watch this stuff, because before like Zoom and everything, you really didn't have access to see what was going on in court until you got there, right?
Mhm.
Because when I be telling people, sometimes I just be telling people, I don't know if you cut out to be a landlord, right? And they don't understand it, and I'm like, you just too nice, or you don't have the discipline. You're not gonna send the notices out on time. You're gonna send it out next month or the month after, and all of that just come back to haunt you. So
Like the one I'm dealing with. Well, I ain't gonna say I'm dealing with it because it's out of my hands. I'm like, if you're not gonna force the lease, it ain't no point in me saying nothing to this woman because she ain't paid rent, and it's been almost a year. She ain't paid, I think, since April, either May last year. That's damn near a year.
See, I think most people think, okay, they didn't pay this month. I'll give them some time, and then next month. I think most people underestimate the court process, like how long that takes, the
Mm,
entire eviction process. So if you know you're in an area where it's gonna take you 4 months, I think people start taking it serious. Like, okay, as soon as they 7 days late, I'm giving a notice, and then we gonna if they ain't paid in the 30 days, then we giving them a notice to quit. But yeah, a lot of people just they don't have it. I don't think a lot of people have the guts to be a landlord.
yeah, I don't think so. Like I like that first tenant, man. I got played. That's why I tell my female clients, like, look, take that nurturing and our emotions that we naturally are out of this. Like, you are a business person.
Right.
Somebody said, I don't understand how a person wait until the bailiff come to sit you out. You had plenty of time to remove your own stuff. I agree.
Happens all the time.
It happened today.
I'm telling you, I want to say my last three evictions we did, because here the bailiff the bailiff when they show up, the dumpster got to be there, unless it's the dumpster company that the bailiff knows, where they say, okay, we're gonna be there at 10, and the dumpster company gonna be there at 10. I had bailiffs pull up to a property, the dumpster's not there, and they pull off. They like, y'all had a dumpster there. At one point in time, we would have a dumpster delivered the night before, but we stopped that because people was filling the dumpsters up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you see that dumpster, by the time we get to the door, you shouldn't be surprised. It's no reason we putting the dumpster in your yard at 7 a.m. in the morning, right? And you owe rent, you just went to court. It's no surprise at that point. But even before then, we just went to court 30 days ago. I've been waiting a couple weeks to get my writ. You knew it was happening. You just didn't know when. But I didn't know when. That's the landlord, because I'm waiting on the bailiff to call me back and schedule a date. So during that time, you need to be prepared. But when that dumpster is out on your
So if you don't know the date until the bailiff call you, the tenant don't know the date either, right? You ain't got to give them no heads up, but they know that it's coming.
when you go to court and they give you, okay, so they say, okay, you can evict, right? And you can get your writ. Once you get your writ, you have to call the bailiff and schedule a date. You have some bailiffs that's so busy, they like it goes to voicemail or their assistant to answer. You might be a week just getting the bailiff to give you a date.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get that date, it's it. But you already got your writ. The tenant already knows that. The tenant knew at court that they was allowing you to get a writ for eviction. So nothing is new. On that last court date, they know, right? Unless they didn't show up, that's the difference. Like if they didn't show up, they still getting something in the mail, right? Once you get that writ, you call the bailiff. The bailiff may say, okay, today is Thursday. We can be out there next Thursday at 9 o'clock or whatever, or between 9 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
No, you just found out. So the tenant don't know. But that morning at 7 o'clock, there's gonna be a dumpster in front of their house, on the lawn, or either in the driveway, and that's it.
But you know what? I think since it be so much time that passed, at least speaking on Detroit, between that last court date and then they don't know. I guess like if a couple weeks go by because the bailiff is busy, they probably be like, oh, it ain't gonna happen. That's why I really don't believe today she started packing until that dumpster got there this morning.
Yeah, because she was waiting on another notice to tell her she had a notice that she had to move. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I, I tell people this all the time. Once your landlord take you to court, get ready to move. Unless you just got all the money, or the situation was truly something that was temporary. Maybe you just fell behind some, or you had an emergency and you had to pay something else, and
Mm-hmm.
you got your money back together. And by the time you go to court, you caught up on your rent, right? But once you go to court and you can't pay, you need to, whatever money you got, you need to start working on moving and finding you another place. And it's easier that way because once you get evicted, it's gonna be hard trying to get into another property because that eviction gonna be on your record.
Another red flag I'm gonna tell for landlords or people investing in Detroit and how I vet my tenants when they call you and it's an urgency. Or I need to hurry up and move. I got all the money right there. They probably just got evicted.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
Big red flag. Even though I know it's tax time and everybody balling, that is a red flag. I do not take months at a time. Only thing you can give me upfront is a whole year worth of rent.
And the other thing with a red flag for tenants is if the landlord accepts you without doing any type of background or credit check or verifying your income.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's a slum landlord. If they not about their business letting you in, they ain't gonna be about their business written to you neither.
Or
Or
they
they be
or they
scamming.
do and they don't know.
Yeah, that's true, but still, you don't want to deal with a landlord that ain't about their business.
Yeah, you do. Cause then I can stay there 7 months and just not get evicted.
Yeah, that's true.
If I'm a professional tenant.
Professional tenant.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
somebody say the video is smart because it's going to make a lot of people pipe down so they don't further embarrass themselves. Yeah, because if you attack them, you going to jail because they police officers, right? In a way.
yeah, yeah. And a lot of them carry too, so you got to keep that in mind. Let's just be
Listen,
a
I
lot
done
of
seen
them
videos
carry.
they pulling out with ARs coming out.
Man, I told you in the last video where my bailiff went in that house and he came out and he was like, "Look, I'm gonna have to get her kids." It was like two young guys in there. He was like, "I got to get them some time to get their stuff out," and he was like, "Because I got the same thing they got." And it can get ugly. So he was like, he went in there. He said, I need y'all to go upstairs and get y'all stuff out. And we going to finish this eviction. And them guys, this guy had on this video was kind of, they was cool and laid back. The last bailiff I had, he had some dudes that looked like they was straight out of I don't know, like they came from O Block or something. They was hard. Like you wasn't about to get them no problems.
But you know what? People who are felons or whatever and coming back into society, that's
Yeah,
a great job for you.
yeah. Or if you just like kicking people around, that's a good job for you too. I mean, some people just got a heart or a love for doing that type of work. But
Yeah.
I feel sorry for them bailiffs too, because I've been in properties, especially when I was listing a lot of foreclosures. Man,
Mm-hmm.
them properties be nasty. Like I went in the basement just full of sewage. You don't even want to go in the house. And they like we can't complete the eviction, or we only can evict on the main floor because the house not safe and sanitary. And it's like the tenant fighting to stay there because they don't have nowhere to go. But like the house not even you can't even live in the house because it was their house and they lost.
Whoops.
Um, but yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let me see.
Yeah. Going to a house with bed bugs and fleas. I came out of the house one time. I was like, "What's this?" I was in my car and I just seen all this stuff. I thought it was like just like some type of dust or lint or something, and they started moving on me. It was a bunch of fleas. I'm like, man,
Yeah, when I went in the house today, I seen them little roach bait traps back outside for me.
yeah, this can't be life.
Can't be. I'm like, people, look, the way some people be living, I don't understand. But I tell all my guy friends before you take a woman seriously, please go to her house first to make sure she's clean.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Like, please. And go to his house, make sure everybody clean. This is trifling. Somebody said y'all are funny. That's what's up. How can somebody steal the TV if they put it on the curb? Isn't it free? Valid point.
Yep.
Valid. Sliding on black ice. Oh, on black ice. What happens if my landlord doesn't list his property as a rental property with the city? That's a good question.
Are you gonna get a fine?
He gonna get a fine, but it seems like nothing because they announced a couple months ago that only like 10-15% of all the rentals in the city got the certification.
Yeah, but it's a difference between it being certified and being registered. So first and foremost, it has to be registered, right? So you
Mm.
get a fine for not registering. Getting it certified is just the process of fixing all the repairs that are required. So you don't even know the repairs until you get it registered. So most of your fines are coming from people not registering their properties. Because once you register, it may take them 2 or 3 weeks to come out and do the inspection. So you're not in trouble at that point unless you're not registered. So if they find out you're not registered as a rental property, you get in trouble. If you the tenant, that don't mean you don't pay your rent. That means put your rent money in escrow.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go to court without your rent money in escrow because the judge may decide that you still have to pay that rent. And if you've been not paying, if you haven't paid your rent in 3 months and you got them cardies on at the Lions game, it's gonna be a problem.
Bruh, listen, and them tickets ain't cheap.
Yeah.
You gonna read a few more, then we gone because it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I have hydroplane on the freeway. Felt like I was in a real life Mario Kart race. Thank God the cars were far ahead. Now that's scary. Hydroplaning, yeah, that's scary. But when it's bad weather, I ain't getting on no freeway. I'm on the street.
Yeah, but that's fun too, though. Low key.
No, thank you.
You
No, thank you.
gotta pick the right spot.
No, thank you. I think that's it. Let me see. A power outage in the winter in a house you own. Nope. Facts. I'm a new landlord in Michigan. I do a background and credit check. Well, credit is kind of hit or miss because everybody had bad credit once upon in their life. You kind of probably got to ask what happened. If they lost their job and they fell behind,
Yeah,
I'll probably let that slide.
it's kind of case by case. Like if they owe, what was the company like Fingerhut or something like that on their credit from 20 years ago or something like that. That's
Dog,
different than if you got a DTE collection, right?
did you say Fingerhut?
Yeah. They got like they got something like that on their credit. I ain't really concerned, but they
Or
came
what's the CD? The Columbia House?
yeah. They still owe them that 1 cent for them CDs, for that Beanie Siegel CD.
Oh, I had so many CDs through that program. I'm like, y'all the show trustworthy.
Right. So if they owe blockbuster rental fees or something like that, but if they owe DTE collections or child support, um federal tax liens, all that, that's where it start getting iffy because now their money is subject, they checks are subject to garnishment. So you just got to be mindful. But yeah, credit score is not always the best gauge of. You got to actually look on their credit and see exactly what's on.
Yeah.
The main thing is verifying their income, though. If it's not like Section 8 and they working, people make up check stubs. They give you fake numbers. You need to really call and talk to HR or get some type of income reference or something like that. But yeah, that's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
And have every adult complete the application. Everybody that's staying in that house.
Every adult on the lease over 18, because you can go at the audience. He said, y'all making me afraid to rent a house. No.
I'm afraid too.
Right. I just tell you, I pray over every decision I make.
I just scared myself watching most of these videos. Y'all wait till we get deep. Wait till y'all start seeing some of the videos my wife be showing me. I'll be like, hell no, I ain't never buying another room. Oh, look, low key. Last year I was like, I'm about to start back trading stocks. So I'll be making like 200 or 300 a week. I'm like, man, I ain't buying no more rental properties. Now I'll be like, no, I gotta get some more real estate.
Where to register my house? I'll probably do a video on it and post it, like pull it up and register it. So you just Google. I think it's Detroit. What's it? Detroit.
If you go to City of Detroit website or Google Detroit City rental registration, the application, everything right on their site. If it's in Detroit, now every city has their own rental registration requirements. If your house is vacant, you can register it as a vacant property too. They want you to do that also.
Yeah, just call the job and say you want to do a rental verification for employment, and Google the number. Don't just put call because that could be her best friend.
It always is her best friend or a cousin.
Hello, this is Katie.
Whoever she know that speak proper, that's who number it is.
Right, whoever sound not black over the phone.
Like, yeah, Oh, girl went to Wayne State. Let me have her call this number.
You want to hear something funny? I never forget. I was down south a couple years ago, and my brother was I guess he was looking for a job down there in construction. So I hear
Yeah.
him on the phone like, "Yeah, I was a project manager for this construction for the last 6 years." I was like, "When did you work for me?" He like,
Right.
I'm like, "You should have told me this. We could have had a conversation." Like,
Yep.
don't it's been a couple of people who done add me on their Facebook because you could tag my company page and say they was like an engineer for me. I'll
Oh yeah.
like this person has never worked. I've never had an employee. I've only had subs. What are you talking about? I'm my only employee.
Yep.
Oh,
I
she
had.
lives in rental in West Bloomfield.
Oh, you got to run on West Bloomfield. You
She
boss.
rich. That's 2,500 a month.
I'm more than 2,500 a month.
Do commercial landlords have to register? That's a good question. I don't know.
No, it's for residential only. Yep.
What if the tenant keep changing jobs? Is they changing jobs and going up in pay, or they just changing jobs so they keep getting fired?
Yep. Or they not stable and they just keep moving around. That's a bad sign too. But if they getting better job opportunities, then that's different. Especially like if they're a nurse or something, them hospitals be recruiting. It's like they be going out there scavenging nurses or something. They'll put you get hired, and then next week another company, a hospital will call you.
Truckers like that too.
Yep.
And construction because it's such a dire need. But I will say that happened to me in college. So I had got picked to do an internship with the FBI, like on the engineering side, like civil courts or whatever. And I didn't get hired because I had so many jobs. Listen, when I was in high school, I quit so many jobs because me and the managers be getting into it. You want to talk to me crazy? Listen here, Miss Ma'am. I'm about to go to college. When I graduate and come back on break, you still gonna be here. I'm
I worked at Wendy's like my last year, my senior year in high school, and
yeah.
I just started growing like some peach fuzz and stuff. And one of the managers, he was like this military type, and he was like, in order to work the grill, you got to cut your facial hair off. And I was like, man, please. I was like, he got fired about 3 weeks after that, and I ended up being employee of the month with my facial hair, my little goatee.
Listen, I
And
don't,
then,
I don't know if Burger King's still in the Rinsen, but that was my first job. I worked at Burger King in the Rinsen. And then I ended up going back, I think. So they made it mandatory that everybody had to work the fireworks in the summer. So I'm
man,
like, all right, cool, whatever. I can't hang out with my friends. All right, cool. So I'm back there washing dishes. Mind you, I'm one of those type of employees. Whatever's in my job description, that
yeah,
is what I'm doing. So I'm watching this. She like, Asia, you didn't watch this. And me and her end up going. And so I was like, look here, you blank, blank, blank. When I come home from school, that was always my speech when I quit a job. When I come home from college with this engineering degree, you're still going to be here, Miss Manager of the third shift. And so I left all them dishes there. I took a box of Hershey pies
that's crazy.
and I called my mama like, come get me. She like, you off already? I was like, I can't even bother when you get. Boy, I quit. I worked Burger King here. I worked Burger King in Jackson, Mississippi. I was there for a week, quit that job because they didn't like me because I'm the light skinned girl and I'm a cook. I don't want to be up front. Y'all can have
Right.
it. I'm in the back. So me and all the guys, we getting along cool. They gonna lie and say, we got you on video showing that you didn't clock out. I was like, you think I didn't clock out from an $8.50 an hour job? Show me the tape. Oh, camera ain't working right now. Yeah, I thought so. And when I come up here, my $99 check better be right on Friday. We're gonna have a problem. Like I wanted
Hey, when I was at Wendy's, I had got employee of the month, and the girl up front, she was so fucking pissed off. She was like, because I had only worked the grill and the fries, right?
yeah.
He hasn't even worked the register yet. She was mad as hell, and I was looking at her like they don't want me to work the cash register.
Right.
Like
That's my
every
job.
not employee of the month, you let me on the cash register.
It's gonna be show.
It was funny because we had so many of the Wendy's chocolate chip cookies at home and them bags of fried frozen chicken breasts back at the crib. Yeah, you didn't not back then. You didn't want me working the cash register.
Real quick before we go. You remember when the McDonald's had them mighty wings?
Yeah,
Oh, them shits was the slap, right? So
I was just talking about that.
them shits was hitting. And that's when food was still food in the fast food restaurant. So
Right.
my boy, when he turned 18, they made him manager. So we would go all the way to the one up there. He worked at the one on Jefferson by King, and then when he left there, he worked at the Burger King on Telegraph. He'd tell us what shift he was on. We'd come up there and order like a Whopper combo, but we got bags full of stuff. And then he would bring to school like the actual big bag that the wings was in. It's like
Yeah.
100 wings in there, and I take them home. We'll fry them up, and bring them back to school.
Y'all was
Oh
wild.
yeah, bring some sweet and sour sauce, and now I can make sweet and sour, ghetto chicken.
Right.
But
That-
one time, I have great. Then my other friend, she worked at Cinnabon, was eating good,
oh yeah, yeah,
and Krispy Kreme.
yeah. Cinnabon. Yeah, man.
And they paid a half rent. Then I remember I went to Popeyes one day on Connor and what's that, the one on Connor and Warren? And
Yeah.
this
Oh
I was
yeah.
really on my diet, so I wanted a biscuit so bad. So look, I went up there and I was like, I want one biscuit. And then she was like, hey, is that you? I was like, Kieta. She was like, girl, I know you ain't come here and get no one biscuit. But then when I got my food, she gave me so much stuff. I'm like, good looking. I was like, I'm trying to do right. I just want one biscuit and 2 packs of honey. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, you want to know what's funny though? I
Yeah.
all my friends, like it seemed like everybody worked fast food as teenagers or some of us right after high school, right?
Right.
I don't know no teenagers that worked at a Coney Island.
Facts.
Yup. I don't know no teenagers. It always be like grown people, but I don't know no teenagers. I'm like, man, do you know anybody worked at Coney Island, like mopping the floors or something? They be like, no. I was like, I guess they just don't hire teenagers.
I kind of don't blame them because the Coney is typically 24/7.
Yeah, but even in the daytime, in the summer, like I've never seen a teenager work. I seen some people like maybe mid to late 20s, but I never seen teenagers work at a Coney Island.
Yeah, me neither. That is weird. Oh,
I,
for West
I call
Bloomfield,
that the chili cheese fry theory. We got a conspiracy. We got
you
we
got
got
to aha.
all right.
She said for her house in West Bloomfield, she getting 2050. That seemed low for West Bloomfield.
Yeah, unless it's like a 2 bedroom or something.
Your studio, maybe.
Yeah.
I had a friend that worked at Ruby Tuesday. Let us eat the salad bar for free. You can get full on that salad bar.
Yeah, and you could be healthy. Cause all my gut came from chili cheese fries after the dancery.
Are you are you squeezed or sliced?
I actually like squeeze.
Yeah, I'm squeezed cheese for me.
Yeah, cause I always felt like I can get sliced cheese at home. I couldn't get
Yeah,
squeezed cheese at the crib. I couldn't even tell you where to find squeezed cheese.
yeah.
It's cheese. I don't even know if that's cheese, but it tastes good.
What's your favorite Coney meal?
Chili cheese fries. So the cheeseburger deluxe with chili cheese fries.
What's
And
your
then
drink?
I wouldn't get a Coney drink. I would always go get a Fago Red Pop or a Vernus.
Well, some of them sell the pops and stuff. They be taxing.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Some of them sold Kool-Aid.
Facts.
Some of them sold Kool-Aid. But when I got a certain age, this was just before my stomach could stop handling the chili cheese. I always needed like some acid to wash it down and break the food up. So that's why I started going to get the Vernus and the Fago Red
Oh
Pop.
yeah, you can't eat chili cheese every day. Your stomach gonna be bubbling.
I can't eat it no day.
All right, so I got two. When I was eating red meat, mine was a patty melt, but then I made mine a little bougie. I was like, I would add mayo, lettuce, and tomatoes,
Yeah.
and then of course chili cheese fries, squeeze cheese, me please. Sometimes I get a little fancy, add some onions on my chili cheese fries,
Yep.
and my drink was a Everfresh papaya juice.
You ever get the loose burger?
Oh yeah, with extra onions and mustard,
Yeah, the loose burger.
especially
But
on 99 cent day.
I used to get the squeezed cheese on the loose burger too and put some ketchup on top of it. That boy be slapping.
But
That,
but
but
you
you,
can't eat and dry that though. You gotta sit still.
yeah, I can't even eat a loose burger now. Ain't no sitting
No,
still after eating
ain't
that.
no way. Since I started, when I first started back eating chicken
Yeah.
last year, the first thing I went and got was my second favorite was what's my Coney Detroit one on Woodward and Mac.
Okay.
That's my favorite county next to Granny's on Holbrook on the north end, right? So I get the Detroit chicken pita, no swine because I don't eat bacon. But now they're getting a little healthy. You can get turkey bacon
Yeah.
and then squeeze cheese.
Oh, see, that's the thing though. I want my Coney Island. I want it unhealthy as possible. And I want it a little dangerous. Like I might get robbed over there. Like you start tucking
Oh,
in
that
jewelry.
was still dangerous, even though all that gentrification went over there. Somebody got shot up there, what, about a year or so ago? They still got the bulletproof glass. Yeah, it's still dangerous.
Yeah, that's where the best food be at. We was
Yeah.
dying to have that chili cheese.
If it ain't got no bulletproof glass, you can count me out.
Yeah, yup.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I might go give me some content that was dark now. I had to go do it today.
I ain't touching no Coney.
I get now. You know who got Coney got good salads though.
Oh, and they fried wings though.
Yeah, the wingdings. I ain't had none of them in years, but they grilled chicken salad be hitting.
Yeah, the grilled chicken salad, cause it be really like eating meat with a little bit of lettuce on the side and a bunch of ranch dressing.
And my pita bread.
Yeah, and the pita bread. Really, you be having a sandwich. They
Well,
just
my
they
friend,
served it different.
one of my clients came up here about a year and a half ago. I literally texted him how to go in there and order so he didn't look crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can't send anybody into Coney Island.
No, because they was like, "You ain't from here." He was like, "No, ma'am." He literally reading the text like, "Yeah, I want this. I want my cheese squeeze." I was like, "Squeeze." I was like, "Just read it like I said it. Don't like read it like you doing homework."
Yeah, don't improvise. Just say it exactly like I tell you to
Exactly like
say
how
it.
I wrote it.
Right.
Yeah, them chicken Peters hit. Oh, she said it's $250 to register at the code enforcement. I guess where she at in West Bloomfield.
Okay.
All right, well that's all I got for tonight. This was dope. So I think we're gonna start doing it. What we say, bi-weekly, I guess.
Yeah, yep. Or more depending on what type of feedback and comments and if the people want it, we'll do it more often.
Yeah, I'm down to do it weekly.
All right.
Only thing with Thursdays is I'm in that Motor City Contractor Development class. So next week we meet. We meet that night on Zoom every other Thursday now, and I guess till probably February, I guess, because it's the winter or March or something.
Okay. Yeah, we'll work out a schedule. We'll let the people know, let your audience know, so we can get it going. Cause it's a lot of great.
It's a lot. Like now that I've been watching them, that's all been showing up on my
Hey,
feed.
I'll be low key feeling like I'm an attorney, like I already know what's gonna happen.
We should do one episode where we both come on here dressed up like we attorneys.
Yeah.
I'm down.
And you gotta, and then we gotta do some of the. My wife got me watching the ones where they trying to evict the people that say they sovereign citizens.
All right, we got to do that one next. Probably don't nobody send us one.
Yeah. Yup.
That's funny. That is funny. I'm on
Yeah.
the. You know what? I'm gonna see if Ponce can come on here one time.
Yeah, because there's some 36 district court cases too out there. I just gotta I'll send them to you.
Yeah,
Once
I'm gonna see if
they'll
Ponce
be hilarious.
so
I
he
see
can
a couple
explain.
people I know.
Do you be laughing?
I'll be cracking the fuck up because they don't be the tenants, they be the landlords. All right, I told you, dumbass.
Like we already went over this, bro. This could have been
I
avoided.
told you. Yeah.
That is funny. All right,
Yeah.
well, thanks, Reg, for coming on. We definitely gonna do this either bi-weekly. I'm down to do it every week. It don't really matter to me. And then
Yeah.
we keep the momentum. We might have to start a whole another separate YouTube channel.
Yeah, and if somebody got rental properties with troubled tenants in there, let me know. I got one of my agents on my team. He specializes in getting rid of those properties for you.
And when you about to get rid of them, let me know so we can come film it.
Right, exactly.
I go buy me a GoPro and put it on my hat. Yeah,
That is hilarious.
for sure. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in and have a good night and stay safe.
Have a good one.
All right.
All right.